Lopsided appointments are the reasons for secession and agitation, which the senator representing Plateau North at the National Assembly, Senator Stephanos Gyang, has said the call for secession and agitation in some parts of the country is due to the lopsided appointment by the present administration. Senator Gyang said if the federal character principle was applied, every region would have had a sense of belonging. The senator stated this on Monday in Just during a mid-term press briefing with journalists, tagged Positive Impact Mandate. According to him, the federal character principle should always be a criteria for appointment. With each passing day, it is becoming apparent that President Muhammadu Buhari's suspected ethnocentric and nepotistic tendencies are attaining an embarrassing proportion. There are cogent reasons why this action calls for concern. First, it is a violation of the principle of the federal character. The principle of federal character as contained in Act No. 34 of 1996, which established the Federal Character Commission. It's an attempt to entrench fairness and equity in the distribution of public posts and socio-economic infrastructure among the various federating units of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. It has been featuring in Nigeria Constitution since 1979, and it is in the current 1999 Constitution. Well, if it were to be a southern person that is saying this, they will say just because they are agitating for self-determination, they want division for the country. That's why they are all, against Buhari's administration. But this person is from the northern part of the country. He's from Plateau State. Well, I believe Malami should come out and oppose this person. For those that are learned, because we still have the learned ones, it doesn't really matter which party the man is. He's a northerner, and he has been saying the truth. Buhari might be a Fulani man, or he might be an Hausa man, but a typical Hausa man have been so very, very angry with Buhari's administration because he's too nepotistic, about his administration, and he's a rigid president. So many people wouldn't want to talk anything, so many of them that are from the northern part wouldn't want to say anything just because Buhari is from that side. But it's overwhelming, and they have known that this man called Buhari is very rigid and is one-sided. So lopsided appointment has been causing so many things in the country, not only secession, not only division, but it has been causing insecurity in the country. Section 14 of 3 of the 1999 Constitution reads, the composition of the government of the Federation or any of its agencies and the conduct of its affairs shall be carried out in such a manner as to reflect the federal character of Nigeria and the need to promote national unity and also to command national loyalty, thereby ensuring that there shall be no predominance of persons from a few states or from a few ethnic or other sectional groups in that government or any of its agencies, Gyang said. If the present leadership would not allow the federal character to out its way, the call for secession and agitation will continue to stare on our face, the senator added. However, Senator Gyang said he has pushed for various bills in the Senate House and that 2 of his bills have already received presidential assent. Already 2 of my bills have received presidential assent and are now acts of the National Assembly. They are the National Fertilizer Production and Regulation Act and the Federal College of Laboratory Science Technology JOS Establishment Act, he said. Well, he should now add to his bill for government or President Muhammadu Buhari administration to look inwardly into this lopsided appointment, because he has noted it and he has said that the lopsided appointments in the Buhari's administration are the reasons for secession and agitations in the country. So many Nigerians have been reacting because Chief of Army Staff, like about 3 now that I can remember, and you also as a Nigerian, you also know, when Buratai wants to retire, left office, he brought in Ibrahim Attairu. Now, Ibrahim Attairu is late. Instead of looking for a more superior. According to what the report says, that Yahya Farouk is a lower rank, general, compared to some other that really merits this position, but he has given it to Yahya just because either he's a Fulani man or a Northerner. So for you to see that his appointment is lopsided, and it has been issued for so many Nigerians. But that notwithstanding, even with his lopsided appointment, if the menace of insecurity or insurgency is being conquered, nobody will look into that side. If the government is doing well and we have good governance, nobody will even notice if the the appointment that is given to his people, it's obvious. It may not be obvious. It won't be obvious because they have not been doing well. They are not doing well. If they are doing well, everything will go in place. So many people have been reacting. Somebody says Baba Buhari said he made appointment by competence. Well, if he said he has made appointment by competency, why is everything still in standstill? Why is there chaos in the country? As at yesterday or today, so many issues have been going on in the northern part of the country, from Plateau. The insecurity in there, Boko Haram are still leveraging, they are still showing their prowess. The banditry is still going on. Over 200 students were kidnapped, and you tell us you appoint people based on competence. They are not competent. Okay, for instance, now you, Buhari, you deem it fit to deploy Abba Kyari, which is the corps, the police, the chairman of the inspector general. You posted him to the eastern part. Yes, he's not even part and parcel or an indigene of that state, but if not for your sentiment and nepotism, you should have posted an Igbo man to his own state so that he can conquer the menace of insecurity over there. Yes, it is good that Abba Kyari went there, but on what base, on what motive? Because you now tell us that it is the indigenous people of Biafra that are perpetrating evil, which the narrative may be wrong, and to everybody we know that it's wrong, but just because of your post and your word that you said that you're going to teach them in the language they would understand. But from which point am I coming from? This is the point. Now, Boko Haram issue. You have never sent a general or a commander from the southern part of Nigeria to go to the north to go and conquer the Boko Haram. Instead, you will still take a Fulani there, and they will perpetrate whatever they want to perpetrate. They will not be able to conquer Boko Haram. So for you to have sent Abba Kyari, who is a Fulani man like you, to the east, then likewise you should do the same as sending a southern or a southerner, police or an army to go to the northern part of the country to wipe or eradicate them all. For you to know there is sentiment in your appointment, and even in your deployment. Well, lopsided appointment and impunity for Fulani herdsmen killers all over the country is part of the call for secession. Well, lopsided appointment is giving the Fulani people an erroneous idea that they own the country. The appointment of the legal advisor of Mieti Group as the executive secretary of the Federal Character Commission under another northern chairman further buttressed the fact. Lopsidedness part of it. General Gowon is still alive to buttress the fact that his late vice at the then Federal Executive Council muted the idea for federal character in the Constitution so as to make space for the perceived educationally disadvantaged, the then 6 northern states in federal appointments. Unfortunately, product of then quota without prerequisite qualifications now parade themselves as who is who and are now carrying themselves shoulder high at corridors of power, attempting to bring quality brains to think alike and learn to abide and not query their excessiveness or excesses. Come to think of it, the leader of this Nigeria #1 person is also an illiterate. Is he competent? Does he merit the position if not for politics, if not for Tinubu that brought in money and sponsored his election and campaign for him to win election, and it was rigged? Is Buhari merited to be a president? That's another question. So birds of the same feather flocks together. A word is enough for the whites.